So this comment gave me a chuckle. I got a good laugh out of it. Because it reminded me of all the times that people have come on my platforms to ask me, do I have nieces and nephews? And if I do, wouldn't you take care of them if something were to happen to your brothers or sisters? And I think they'd be expecting me to say, well, yeah, if something were to happen to them, yeah, I would. They're like, well, you wouldn't be child free then. But the truth is my answer is no. If something were to happen to any of my brothers and sisters, I would not step in and take custody of their kids. I wouldn't. And I wouldn't for several reasons, okay? The first reason is, I chose not to have kids for a reason, right? I'm not like y'all. If I decide I don't want something, I'm going to go out of my way to make sure that something doesn't happen, right? I'm going to do everything I can to make sure it doesn't happen. I don't just give in to life. If there's something I can do about it, I'm going to do something about it. You know, if I say I don't want kids and then I get pregnant, I'm not going to be like, oh, well, I really didn't want kids, but God's timing, right? Or maybe it's meant to be, or it happened for a reason, so I'm going to have it. No, I'm going to get an abortion. It is what it is. Y'all can call me whatever names y'all want. I don't give a fuck. 30 something, almost 40 years of people calling me names because I've said this. And here I am finna be 40 years old and I'm still sticking by it. Say whatever you want. Call me selfish, call me whatever. I'm not having kids, right? So just to use that as an example, I don't just give in to stuff. If my mind is made up about something, it's made up about it, right? So I chose not to have kids for a reason. So no, I would not be taking on that responsibility. The second reason why I wouldn't is because I feel like kids fare better in the world when they are with parents who actually want them, right? If I know I don't want kids, they're not going to be in the best company. Now, they have their auntie. They know I love them. I would never harm them. I would always look out for them, right? Which, that's what brings me to the point. I would go out of my way to make sure that they are in good hands. I would do background checks myself and not rely on agencies to do it. I would go visit them. I would make sure they have everything they need to the best of my ability. But I know that, like, if you got bullied at school and you needed somebody to stay with you for the weekend, or you got your period or something, I'm not giving up my trip. I was already planning a trip to the Bahamas. So I'm still going. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, or, you know what I mean? That's not something a parent would do. Parents would have to sacrifice and give things up to comfort their kid and nurture their kid. That's what a good parent would do. I'm not a parent, right? I chose not to be one. So I don't have these responsibilities. So when people tell me, you can't escape the responsibility like he did in this comment, I'm like, I literally did escape the responsibility. What are you talking about? And that was literally the whole point of my video when I said I escaped 80% of life's problems by not having kids. The whole point was to escape those responsibilities. Like, I have no problem with admitting that. That's the whole point. I don't want the responsibility. Thus, I'm escaping it, right? The third reason why I wouldn't take on these kids, or anybody's kids for that matter, is because I'm trying to save up for retirement. You know, eventually I want to buy a home. I think I do, right? And I want to save up for retirement. If I started raising kids now, I wouldn't have any money for retirement. I would be just like the rest of you MFers, out here thinking that your kids were going to be there for you in your old age because you sacrificed everything. So how dare my kids not be here? 18, almost 20 years in healthcare showed me that the loneliest people in nursing homes are people with kids who knew from every fiber of their being that their kids were going to be there because of how much you sacrificed. And they turned out not to be. And so I know that if I were to give up my retirement money and start, raising kids and stuff, I will get to my old age. And not only will I most likely not have anybody there to help me, because many of them will die before me, or they might move away or be estranged, or people go on and live their own lives. I also won't have any money either. So it's going to be a double whammy. And I am fortunate enough to where I'm able to pay attention and I see these things before they happen. Like, I've already seen this happen this happens to the vast majority of y'all. Even those of you who don't think it's going to happen to you, it's going to. And, you know, I know that I'm not going to have any kids there to take care of me when I'm older because I'm choosing not to have them, obviously. And number two, whether I had kids or not, I would never expect it. That's the difference between child-free women, the vast majority of us, and y'all, is that we actually thought this stuff through, right? And I'm not that fucked up of a person to where I would expect my kids to give up their life to take care of me when I'm old and crusty and dusty. And I've already lived my life. You see what I'm saying? That's a fucked up thing to do. And that's a fucked up mindset, in my opinion, to have. Wow. I don't know what they're doing on the back of that truck, but that was crazy. But yeah, so I would never have that mindset anyways. So I'm planning to take care of myself. Now, none of us have the answers. We don't know what's going to happen in 5, 10, 15, 50, 100 years. We don't know. But we are all doing, parents and non-parents, are planning for old age in case we're still here. That's all you can do. And my plans do not include having kids give up their lives to take care of me. Because like I said, I'm not that fucked up of a person to have that mindset. If you do have that mindset, I think you're effed up. This is my own personal opinion, right? So yeah, I'm not trying to get to retirement age and be broke and not have the things that I need to sustain a life as a senior citizen. So those are my reasons. No, I would not take care of anybody's kids. The whole point of escaping 80% of life's problems is to not have the kids. And I'm not raising them. I'm not giving up my money. I'm not giving up my time. I'm not giving up my space. I ain't giving up nothing. That is what parents do. Parents make those sacrifices. I chose not to be a parent so that I don't have to make those sacrifices. I don't want to have to pick between a Urban Decay eye palette. What am I trying to say? Urban Decay eyeshadow palette that's $60 over a can of milk. I don't want to have to make those choices. For me, living a child-free life, I just go buy the eyeshadow palette without even thinking twice about it, right? I can go get that pair of shoes that's $100 in every fucking color. They got it in red, they got them in black, they got them in pink, they got them in white, they got them in champagne, and I could just go spend $500 on 5 pairs of shoes if I want to, without a second thought. That is the life that I crafted for myself. That is the life that I expect to live while I'm here. And that's that on that. So for those of you who thought I would give up my freedom to take care of other people's kids, the answer is no. I am child free as fuck. So today's Friday and I'm in a good mood. And I'm kind of in the mood to drag a bitch or two. Yeah, I'm in the mood to do that today. So I will never understand why women like you come on my page or pages like mine to comment and engage on content that you don't like. That's not for you, clearly. And the very fact that you are coming on here asking, how are we benefiting from discussing stupid stuff? Like, dumb bitch, I get paid to do this. Did you not know that? Do you not know what content creation is? I'm a content creator. It doesn't benefit you to come on here and discuss these things, even though you're still taking the time to comment because you're a dumb fuck, right? But it benefits me. Whenever I go live and stuff and I get gifts from people and all that stuff, I get paid every Wednesday. And then I also get paid every 15th of the month. I have a big check coming on the 15th. So in 2 days, right? That's how I benefit. See, you're the dummy because you come on here and you keep engaging with content like mine, helping to make my bank account fatter. You see how that works? Now, I was going to try to be nice to you, but, you know, I really don't like bitches like you. I don't. I'm just going to be honest. You're the type of women that I don't like. Now, you don't have to come here and agree with me. You can come here and we can have a respectful dialogue, whatever, that's fine. But when you come here talking about people being delusional and people being triggered or whatever else, now I'm going to drag you for filth. But I'm not going to do too much dragging for you today. But just know that dumb bees like you are what's keeping me getting paid from TikTok and YouTube. and all the other platforms that I'm about to be on and get paid from as well. So, I've been making a significant amount of money doing this lately, by the way. Free money to get on my soapbox and talk my shit. Life doesn't get any better than this. But I just wanted to come and, let you know that women like you are what's keeping my bank account where it's at. Very well. I hope you are financially okay and that you're doing as well as I am, because you're definitely contributing to my bottom line. So, thank you for that.